Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 34th episode of World Trigger. Now, last episode, we actually had Miwa show up to help Mikomo, by like kicking him or something. But yeah, he was really holding his own against High Rain pretty well. Definitely better than a lot of people could hope to manage against the trigger of that just absolute power and usefulness and utility. Just, yeah, High Rain's pretty good. So, yeah, it's great to have him help. That was obviously pretty foreshadowed with Jean, straight up requesting him to help out Mikomo at a crucial time, and he seems to be doing that, so I guess we'll see how that continues to pan out. 3, 2, 1, play. And in a few minutes, the actual anime episode reaction will begin. It is? Well, why didn't you tell me that sooner? Who are all these people? Explain to me, narrator. Power of friendship is very important. I don't know. Can they? You don't say. Well, thank you, narrator. I now feel like I understand the show much better now. What would we do without you? You should. They are technically your allies. Yes, you're just another pawn, Miwa. No. I did forget that Mikomo had his legs melted, though. Uh, ouch. That scene just always reminds me of just Vegeta kicking Goku, like into someone's arms or whatever, that one scene. He's not my ally, I just hate them a little bit less than I hate you guys. Yes, because, Border shares information and stuff. Okay, now we're getting into the actual episode. The Fight of the Best is definitely a promising title. uh, a war of tiny fish and tiny shields. Well, get moving. Crawl if you have to. Yeah, no, you can't go too far with that. That did not look like an asteroid. That'd be kind of funny if that's the case. It looks so bad. Yeah, I don't know how helpful that will really be. Did that serve much purpose? I guess it narrowed down a few of his fish, but... But yeah, Mikomo, it's still not going to be a smooth sailing ride. There's still stuff that could get in his way. Yeah, that's going to complicate things. ID. Not the other leg. Because she's a lot better than you even give her credit for. She's a black trigger user after all. It's not really a mistake, it was kind of necessary, really. Well, there's reason to worry. Yeah, he picked up on that. Can't lie to Yuma. Well, they're not dead yet, so that's good. And we kind of are not doing so well, so... What, did she, like, whisper through the warp gate? Well, I should hope not. Abducting children is not a good thing. And he's old. Which, yeah, that's where the experience comes from. Let's stall for more time. True enough. Well, there's no doubt that he's strong. I think we got that point across. Sounds smart. A very good point, actually. A good question, though. Yeah, run away. You don't live very long if you want to fight stronger people than you all the time. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that, actually. But yeah, to contrast that, Mikomo has always been a big fan of fighting people stronger than him, so... I imagine Mikomo was pretty confusing to Yuma at first because of that reason. Very different way of thinking. Clearly, Mikomo is having an effect on Yuma. Which makes sense. You know, Yuma's had an effect on Mikomo as well. But it means to be best friends. Yeah, that trigger is still not easy to deal with. Luckily, there's debris everywhere. Helps a little bit. Yeah, they did not help too much. Straight up echolocation, okay. Booster. Yeah, it's not gonna... Or maybe it will do something. Oh. Wow, that's so pretty. Why does he have such a cool trigger? I still prefer High Rain's, even if I can't remember its name. Electron? Elector? But Visa's is pretty good too. Come on, Miwa. Yeah, not doing this for you, Baka. That would be the one, yes. Elector, that's what it was. Yeah, you don't have time, though. The countdown's gotten pretty low. She just does not care. Just look at her face. She's not taking this... She doesn't see them as a threat, really. Which I don't blame her for. Got one leg. I do like her trigger a lot as well, though. Yeah, that'd probably be the reason why. That's why I wanted to take those out, but nobody bothered to. Okay, apparently he's come to play. It's our rabbit. Yeah, maybe you can take this seriously. We made it. Yeah, it's not gonna do much. You can't just poke it to death. Nope. Sucks to be you. Gee, I wonder who could do such a thing. Maybe our Gene Man with a side effect? It really is. That makes a big difference. Ah! No! Come on. I assume we can fix him, but it's not good. So now we got Chica cubed, replica chopped in half. This is the perfect time to panic. Good thing we have the rabbit at least. And now they're nearby. It's going bad. At least they're low on time. That's the only good thing right now. Those can't... I guess they can. I assume it takes a lot, though, to get him completely cubed. Okay, at least we're doing that much. I wish we could have done that earlier. They did comment on the fact that we should probably do that. Okay, at least that's something. But I don't like butts. Well, I do, but not in this context. Wow, that just made things harder. This is just getting so difficult. Well, that's good news, I guess. I guess we'll find out next episode, though. I mean, no, what am I saying? This is the opening, not the ED. Well, that really threw me off. It's so stupid that it has this opening halfway to this episode. Like, who thought that was a good idea? It's just, I feel like the end of an episode, like a cutoff point. What is Jean doing back there? Remember back when Chica was in humanoid form? Good times. All that evil in that one shot. Such evil looking people is what I mean. Okay. Back to Visa Yuma fight. It doesn't help that Yuma only has one arm. Where would that be? Well, then what do you do? Yeah, that's the problem. You can't beat him in experience, so what can you beat him with? Best way to attack is with a straight line. Yuma has not got enough screen time lately, I'm gonna say that. Yep. No, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. Oh. Oh, damn. I guess we're just gonna go all in with his attack. Whatever damage we take, we take. Okay, that's not good. We almost got him though. How is that good? Wait. Oh. Like, I know we talked about that with, like, High Rain, but... he apparently managed it somehow. Okay, I guess that's why we reminded the audience about the whole, you know, Yuma Trion body to protect his life thing, because I guess that's what allowed him to do that. It all happened so fast, but yeah, that was a really cool strategy. Because he's now done with this fight. That probably would be hard for you to believe, but it happened. He did not quite understand the opponent he was fighting. But yeah, the markers are removed though, so... Golden Baby Bird Carrier. That's what Mikumo has been promoted to at this point. Hopefully Miwa can hold them off until Yuma gets here. I'm not sure how much Yuma could do in his current state. You sound surprised. I mean, the birds wouldn't be able to hurt Mikumo that much, right? I mean... Like, couldn't you just revert to your human form and then the birds, like, couldn't do anything to you? Ah, hmm. Okay, so this is what he's doing. Good, so I was right. Although I think her spice could still do something to you, that's a problem. So I'm not sure... Oh no, not this strategy again. This is what screwed over someone else. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow, that was... Talk about a backfire. Uh, get wrecked. Oh, well that sucks. Accidentally got lured into her hole. No. That makes sense. You've been using a lot of those warp gates. Yeah, and the wounds don't help either. Hiring can't have much left either. This is really coming down to the wire. Here we go. Yuma, is he already there? Nice to see you too, Miwa. Are you sure they couldn't be friends? Looks like everybody's doing it now. And I think Miwa had plenty of Treon. So he does have Fujin, okay. The episode's gonna end in a second, isn't it? Wow, there's like nothing left. I mean, we already saw Fujin used way back in the day, didn't we? The little tentacles like can slice in any space, but they each can only be used once. Yeah, anywhere you can see. We already got to see that used. Yes, that's what it would mean. uh, uh, is that really all you had? You don't make it sound very impressive. Well, don't try to downplay it. It's cool. Although, to be honest, I just seeing all the other black triggers that Afto creator's been using, Fujin does seem a lot less impressive. As sad as that is to say. Okay, that was the 34th episode of World Trigger. And this episode, I mean, we had some pretty cool stuff with this episode. Now, one thing that was interesting was Yuma. We actually got to see a bit of insight into what his father taught him while he was still with him. And about, like, pretty much a philosophy when dealing with stronger opponents. How, you know, if you're a weaker person fighting a stronger person, just delay them as best you can. And that's a win for your team. If you can do that, that's definitely something to do. And he's obviously taking that to heart. However, you also have, also said something about, running away, evading when, you don't have allies or whatever. But Mikumo definitely has a different philosophy on fighting than that, because Mikumo, for most of his, pretty much almost every one of his fights, he has always fought people stronger than him. So, definitely a different perspective that Yuma could get from Mikumo. It's honestly a miracle Mikumo hasn't died yet, but that's what plot armor can do for you. But yeah, you could definitely see him taking some of that from Mikumo with this episode, being more than willing to fight Visa, who is stronger than he is, especially when he doesn't even have Replica to help him. He knew he really could not realistically defeat Visa. However, he's not one to give up, and he realizes his shortcomings when it comes to Visa, the fact that he has a lot more experience than Yuma does. Yuma might have that, 6 years with his father, 3 years after, which is definitely gives him an edge on a lot of border agents, sure, but not against Visa. That's not an advantage there. The only advantage Yuma really has, like, he's smaller, more agile, harder to hit. Those are advantages that he has, and he definitely kind of used that too. However, the biggest advantage that he had here was the fact that he had a Trion body, not outside of his normal battle attire, basically. So he was able to still attack him even after he, trigger off, basically. So that's pretty much what he did in the end, and he was able to do a finishing blow to Visa. It's really weird to see Visa, outside of his Trion body, too. But yeah, I think that's what they were trying to say there. It's the fact that he still had a Trion body because of the protective layer thing that he has to keep himself alive. I think that's the reason why he was able to attack him. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but because it all happened so fast. But I think that's what they were trying to say. Normally a person couldn't hurt somebody in a Trion body, So that was pretty cool. It all but it did happen all so fast. But yeah, Yuma just wasted no time when he was done with that to head off to Mikumo to help him out. Meanwhile, you have Miwa doing his best against Hiraine, which he does. However, the focus really wasn't on that too much. It was actually more on Mikumo trying to get Mika to the headquarters door, which is easier said than done because we have those stupid markers on us, which makes Mira so accurate in her teleportation towards him, which sucks because she can also shoot her spikes, and it's all pretty bad. We also found out that even when we get to the door, we got to spend 20 seconds to unlock it, so you have to spend those 20 seconds not dying, so it's all pretty... There's a lot working against us right now, because Mikumo still has his foot that doesn't work. Luckily, we did have the Black Rabbit show up to help, which is good. That was definitely good. But, the Black Rabbit's not immune to the flying birds, so that's still not great. At the very least, it should take a lot of birds to fully take down the rabbit, I would imagine, because there's a lot of tree on there. So I guess that's something. However, what definitely wasn't good was Replica getting just sliced. That was bad. Luckily, it doesn't seem like he's actually dead. His usefulness may be cut down a lot for this fight, but he's still can communicate and stuff. He says something about a backup. So that's definitely something. But I feel like there's a lot of little, really big things happened in the episode. If that makes any sense at all. But yeah, apparently the whole trigger off thing was contagious because you had Mikumo who did it, trigger off, so he could just ditch his Trion body and just keep on running. Because yeah, if you're human form, the birds shouldn't be able to do anything to you because it only affects Trion. They did say that, so that's good. However, I do believe the spikes can still stab and kill him. I'm fairly certain on that one, so that's not good. But I'm not 100% positive on that, really, but I think that's the case. Anyway, then Miwa did the same thing. He turned off his Trion body. It made less sense with that character, but I guess the logic still applies. The birds can't hurt you. And he also has Fujin, which I don't think that was confirmed before. I mean, Jean did talk about giving him Fujin in exchange for this, lobbying for him to get it. But I don't think they ever said he straight up had it, so that was pretty cool. Actually took me a second or two to really click in my head what that meant when he called out Fujin. But that is pretty cool. It just, we've seen so many black triggers lately that Fujin really does not sound all that impressive. And they kind of made jokes about that at the end, well, I can slice any space that you can see. Oh, cool. What else? It can slice things. That was kind of funny. Because, in this arc we were introduced to triggers where you have a bunch of flying birds that can fly around and turn any Trion object into a cube. You have a girl that can warp all around. You have, the legendary artifact of After Crater that Visa has. It's my trigger can slice things really cool. It's funny. But yeah, Fujin's not that impressive anymore. It's just not. But yeah, the strategy with Miwa and the gateway, that was really cool because they tried to use the same thing they did to the one person, where the fishy flew through the gateway to hit them in the blind spot. But Miwa was prepared for that. He just shot at the gateway and then had that come back towards them, injuring the opponents. I loved how he turned that around. That may have been my favorite little bit of the episode. That was really cool. And then Mira's oh my god, I'm almost out of Trion. I guess it's because I kept making big gateways and now I'm leaking Trion. This is horrible. I just loved how that turned around. That was really cool. See, but yeah, everybody has their trigger bodies off. You know, they're running. Hopefully things work out because it's really down to the wire. Like 6 or 7 seconds left. So, yeah, next episode should definitely be the final episode with this arc. I definitely think that's the case. See anything else really with the episode? Not really, but it was definitely a really good episode. A lot of really cool moments, like I said. Yuma charging straight forward with Visa, taking those blows that weren't vital, and then exiting out of his Trion body and still fighting because of his kind of secondary Trion body and taking him down. And I love high range. Like, what, Visa was taken down? Seriously? You must be joking. He was like our best guy. You know, he had that legendary item. That was pretty funny. I definitely enjoyed that. And just the Miwa strategy, like I said, Mikomo doing that ballsy move of dropping out of his Trion body is a lot of really cool moments this episode. I definitely liked it. But yeah, I think that is about it though. I look forward to seeing how this arc ends. Hopefully Chica is not captured. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.